Paddington's journey continues as 2 new 50p coins were announced in April.
We also took on UK Coin Hunt and Christopher Collects for our Easter coin hunt.
And we hit the road to bring the 2019 Peter Rabbit 50p to Plymouth for our latest live swap.
I'm Yasmin.
And I'm Rachel, and welcome to the Change Checker video newsletter for April. So there's been some really exciting news this month from the latest royal proclamation, which has revealed that we're getting 2 new Paddington 50p coins, and I can't wait to see them.
This is really, really exciting news because think how just how popular the last 2 coins were.
Yeah.
They were really, really good. So the designs state that one of them will feature Paddington outside the Tower of London and the other one outside St Paul's Cathedral. So it is like a little journey through London. When you put them together with the other ones, I think this is going to be a really good series of coins.
Like the adventures of Paddington, really, isn't it?
Yeah. So they'll be designed by David Knapton again, and it's like the CGI Paddington from the film. Yeah. So we can't wait to see what they will look like, but I'm sure they'll be fantastic. And we're not sure exactly when they'll be released, but later this year at some point.
So if you go over to our blog, you can find out all of the information that we have about the coins so far, and you can sign up for updates as well, so we'll keep you in the loop when these coins are released.
So in April, the Queen Victoria £5 and also the Samuel Pepys last diary entry £2 was officially released individually, so they are now available to own on their own if you want to. They were released at the beginning of the year as part of the annual coin set, but as we know, the Royal Mint released them individually throughout the year. Now, these coins are really, really good. I love the Queen Victoria.
So do I. A really intricate design, isn't it? It's celebrating the 200th anniversary of the birth of Queen Victoria, and of course her reign was throughout the Industrial Revolution, and so this coin really reflects that, doesn't it? It's got cogs with all different parts of her reign, her portrait, which just ties in really nicely with the theme. So I think one of my favourite £5 actually.
So it was designed by John Bergdahl, who also designed the Magna Carta £2. So you can sort of see the correlation with the designs.
You can, yeah, 2 really nice coins actually that he's done. And then the next coin is the Samuel Pepys last diary entry, and this is designed by Gary Breeze. And it's a lovely design. You can see the actual diary entry and the pen that's being held to write that. So I think it's a lovely looking coin.
Yeah.
And it is, you know, it's celebrating such an important anniversary as well. The fact that, you know, Samuel Pepys was around for some really important events throughout London's history. So it was the Great Plague of London, the Great Fire of London, which he has journaled in these diaries. So they are really important for British history, really.
Yeah, and it's great to see them now available to own individually.
Yeah. So we've had some amazing fun on a coin hunt collaboration, especially Easter themed coin hunt collaboration this month, competing against UK Coin Hunt and Christopher Collects. Hopefully you've seen the video. If not, head over to our YouTube channel, take a look, and you can see us going through our coin hunt, £2 coins, and finding all the amazing designs.
Yeah, we love doing these videos. They're so fun. Like, you just can't imagine going through coins and trying to find the ones, but actually it's really, really exciting. And actually we won.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, I think last time we got a really high score, so this time having a low score, I wasn't expecting a win, but somehow we pulled it out of the bag.
Yeah, and it just goes to show that it's worth looking out for £2 coins. They are still out there. They're a lot easier to collect probably than 50p's.
Yeah.
And it's worth going through them because a lot of the designs are, you know, more than 20 years old, aren't they?
It's incredible. And we found some really good condition coins that were, you know, 20 years old. Especially I think the rugby £2 coin was lovely. So yeah, make sure you take a look at the £2 coins you can find in your change, because there are just so many out there.
Yeah. So Peter Rabbit was spotted at Drake Circus in Plymouth last month, which is really exciting. So we actually bought the 2019 Peter Rabbit 50p, which has been confirmed to not be entering circulation. We bought that for our last swap event in Plymouth, and it was a really good chance for collectors to own the Peter Rabbit 50p for just face value.
Yeah, and it was a lovely day. It was great to see everyone. So thank you if you came along and saw us and swapped your 50p for the brand new Peter Rabbit 50p. We'll keep you up to date with all our latest live events, so make sure you follow our blog, check our Facebook event page, and we'll let you know as soon as our next events are confirmed. So hopefully you watched our live Q&A video this month. It's always a bit scary going live on camera, but we went out on Facebook and YouTube to answer all of your numismatic questions. Hopefully we managed to get around to answering them, but if not, don't worry, we'll be going live again. So make sure you follow us on YouTube to stay up to date with all our latest content and find out when we will be doing our next live video.
So mintage figures from the British Isles are extremely hard to track down, but we've done all the hard work for you. We've managed to put together the definitive mintage figures for all Guernsey coins, and we've got them on our blog. So if you're interested in coins from the British Isles and you want to know which one's the rarest, which ones you should be looking for collecting, which year dates, then we've put all the information on Guernsey coins in our blog.
It's really interesting as well, isn't it? I mean, we know these coins are always going to have a lower mintage figure just because the population is so small, but it's incredible when you see some of them. So, for example, the rarest 50p, just 5,000 of those coins were minted. And when you compare that to the rarest UK 50p, the Kew Gardens, which is in circulation, 210,000 of that one. It's just staggering to see that difference.
Yeah, and I think the designs are just completely different to what we have. Like they've got the nice 50p's with the flowers on, and they've got all sorts, and even their 20p's have got some designs on them as well. They've got really, really interesting designs, and we think it's really worth, I mean, obviously they're not legal tender in the UK, but it's really worth trying to get hold of them, trying to track them down. If you've got friends that live in the British Isles, not just Guernsey, but Jersey, Isle of Man, Gibraltar, they're really, really cool, and we love seeing them. We love looking at the designs and the mintage figures.
It makes really interesting collecting, I think, doesn't it? If a coin from the British Isles turns up in your change, because sometimes they do, you know, it's easy to mistake them for a UK coin. It's just a nice little surprise, isn't it? I mean, we had it in our coin hunt that we did first time round with Christopher Collects. We managed to find an Isle of Man T2 £2, so it does happen. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled and see what British Isles coins you might find in your change. So this year actually marks the 170th anniversary of the introduction of the Florin, which is amazing. This coin's been around for so long.
It's a really cool coin. It was actually Britain's first decimalised coin, so it was worth £0.1 of a pound, and it was issued sort of to get the ball rolling, I think.
Decimisation,
and issued during the reign of Queen Victoria. So it's quite cool that 2019 ties in with the 200th anniversary since her birth, and it's just a really famous coin, and it's a real historical one, really, isn't it? Because the stories behind it, I mean, it's quite notorious, actually. We've done a blog all about it. We've got different stories about the names that have been given to this coin. So I think the first one was known as the Godless Florin. Yeah, I don't think we should give too much away. If you are interested, make sure you head over to the blog. But yes, the coin had loads of different names. So the Gothic Florin, the Godless Florin, the Barmaid's Ruin. They all have really, really cool stories, which is why it's such a famous coin. So if you are interested in finding out more about the Florin, head over to our blog. So the new polymer £20 note is actually due out next year, and I can't believe how quickly it's come around the corner.
I know. It is right around the corner. To think, when the first polymer notes were issued, so the £5 note in 2016, it was incredible, wasn't it, to see those new notes in our change, and I think everyone was really excited about it, but it did feel like miles away before we'd see the £20 note, and now it's literally just right around the corner.
So we've done a little catch-up blog on the polymer £5 and £10 notes, because when they were first released, 4 years ago now, so wow, they've been around for quite a while, haven't they? There was loads of stories surrounding how much they might be worth, or which ones you need to be looking out for. Do they go in the washing machine? Like, do they sustain heat and all that sort of thing? They were really, really interesting, and they caught everyone's imagination, I think. And there was loads and loads of articles, is this £5 worth £5,000 or something crazy like that. So anyway, we thought it was a good time, 4 years later, now that everything's died down, it's a good time to go back and catch up on how much the banknotes might be worth now.
So we look at some of the interesting serial numbers. You can get kind of the novelty ones like AK-47, ones to do with Jane Austen's birthday, 007 for Bond, which I'm sure lots of people were interested in. But whether or not you'd pay £5,000 for one, I'm not so sure. But like you say, it's interesting to have a catch up now that we're a few years on, and see how much they are actually worth. I think it's also worth noting that for the serious collectors, it is about the chief cashier's signatures, and those are the designs, the different banknotes that serious collectors will be looking for. So our blog kind of looks at all of those different things, what the notes might be worth now, and what you should be looking for as well.
So I can't quite believe how quickly April has been and gone. So we're now at the end. We've had absolutely loads of releases since January 2019, and I can't wait to see what May holds for us. I'm sure there'll be lots of interesting stuff to discuss.
Yeah, so much exciting news. Every month just feels really jam-packed, doesn't it? So looking forward to May, and we'll bring you all the latest in our next update.